So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Here we go now. Green.
On play action, Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and
they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Carter throwing again on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like Something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Here we go now.
Carter now, off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Set, B-19.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it's Rosen buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears game the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Detroit! Detroit!
Play action here with Rosen trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Lucky 56.
On first down, Carter being chased out left. Now he's going to let, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. space to run past the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Rosen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Forbath will put this one through. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Forbath out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Carter throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. To throw is Carter. Throwing on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Now Carter from the gun. He'll throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Carter on first down. Dancing to his left. He's to the 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Harris. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw is Rosen. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit!
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Set! B-19!
Carter now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Carter. Oh, wide open, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A Nice little juke. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lanes, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This is taken at the 3. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And